Okay, well, we did it. This is my last day of the trip, but I want to report on some Mets spring training news, and I will do Yankees a little bit towards the end, but this is going to be more focused for the Mets. For my Yankee people, sorry, but for my Mets people, we got work to do as well, and I got to see some cool things. So that's what the focus is right now. And like, just let me just check to make sure everything's situated with this, and then we'll go from there. I'm going to share this link, hopefully, and get some more people in here and yeah, we'll go from there. Let me just check. Hopefully, it's running properly here. The million updates flying in. It's going to be a quicker show, kind of like how I did my Yankees one. Looking at 30 minutes most likely. Hopefully, I can stick to that because I kind of have to right now. But St. John's plays at 2:40, and yes, I know it's not a basketball pod by any means, but gotta rep the city, the area we're from, New York, New Jersey. Hasn't had a winner in a while, so I respect it. And I'm looking forward to seeing what they do and if they could go to the Sweet 16 tonight. I have a friend that's covering them as well, so that's awesome stuff. And I'm always rooting for him. So the Mets, like my biggest takeaway from Mets camp is that Brett Beatty's looking like that dude again. He's looking like that guy they drafted. The swing's great. He's hitting doubles, triples, homers, like whatever you want. He's getting it done, making plays at third, making plays at second. And to me, like I think he should be their starting second baseman. And I'm starting to think it's actually possible because Jeff McNeil's not coming back anytime soon. Carlos Mendoza had no timetable on that. Brandon Nimmo is trying to get that bat in still. So I don't fully know if he's going to be a DH or left field, but they are working Marte back in the outfield a little bit. They did that the other day. I think it was his first spring game in the outfield, like 3 or 4 innings. I think he may have got 6 to 7, he will get 6 to 7 today, I believe. My bad. Um, so that's what I was going to say with that. But we'll see. I'm sharing it on Twitter now. So thanks everyone for tuning in. And then, yeah, exactly. I mean, I have to say, Clay Holmes threw the ball crazy. And I have to say, as a Yankees person watching him last year, I didn't think it was possible for this to happen. But um, he's doing it, and he's doing a hell of a job. And I have to tip my hat and give him credit because I did not expect this transition to be that smoothly. Mendoza spoke to me about that as well, and he told me that like the change-ups and the stuff he's been adding has been absolutely incredible right now. And let's see if that can get maintained or what would happen, but we'll see how it all goes. So um, the other thing with the Mets is that sorry about that. I'm on Instagram trying to post my story. Apologies, everyone. So the other thing with the Mets that's interesting to me is like the starting pitching rotation that they're going to run. So they're going to do Clay Holmes starting. I think Peterson and Senga are not going to Houston games because their days are off. But another guy who looked tremendously good, that was that was yeah, that was Senga. So we'll see how he does when the lights turn on. Peterson was fantastic when I saw him the other night, like 5 scoreless, maybe 6. I think he's ready to go. I think he's being slept on a little bit. I think he's going to have a solid year for the Mets. And I'm looking forward to seeing how he continues to progress after his breakout season last year. And I think he has everything he needs to be successful. Left side, they need it. Yeah, he's a 057, 15.2, 12 Ks this spring. Like nothing else to see there. He's 100% ready for the season. He's fully healthy, unlike last year. So everything is lining up for David Peterson. And that's good for him. And we'll see how that looks for the rest of the rotation. So Griffin, Canning, and Blackburn are in positions now to get starts because of what's going on. And that's something that will say just live or whatever. Here, you know, let me put that on my story. Yeah, at least. Yeah. So, any questions or anything, I'll answer all of them. So I could put that as a quote tweet too. See if I get any questions out there. So I'm going through some. I'll go through some other things I like too. Alonso hit his first spring homer. It kind of took a while, I guess. Soto, Soto. I saw him drop a ball in warmups, like coming in. I kind of knew who it was. Like he looked skinnier than I saw, like, obviously from the press and everything. But like, he was all right out there. I mean, the game it was fine. He didn't really get any hits. He struck out, but he dropped a bunt the first time I saw him too, which is funny. He likes to like do that sometimes for shits. He'll be great. He'll be fine. Luis Rivera, the Mets high A coach, or low A, my bad. His low A coach, he's Puerto Rican. He said he likes what Soto's been doing. He said he thinks it's great how he went to the academy. He thinks he's humble, hardworking, and he's really excited to see what he ends up doing. He's gotten a chance to talk to him a little bit. So that's the latest with Soto. I'm expecting him to have a great season still. Nothing's really changed there. And I think like the Latino presence with the Mets is definitely strong. Obviously, Francisco Alvarez, I saw, he still has the cast on his hand. Maybe he'll be back sooner than expected, but not fully 100% on that. Nunez, who I said was going to possibly start the season with the Mets, is not going to start the season with the Mets, so I'll correct that. My apologies there. So I'm going to check some other things as well, and then we'll go from there. So that was the thing that caught my attention. There was another reliever in the Mets bullpen that is not breaking camp with the team. I think is trying to rehab a little bit. Donovan Walton and Jackson Reeves aren't making the team. So Brett Beatty and Acuna for the infield and Sanger as the catcher. It looks like he's going to be the backup catcher. And apparently, like right now, those are probably the three you'll get. And then you'll have a few other guys in that mix too, because Marte and Winker don't play together. Figure McNeil starts on the IL. Nimmo's DHing in the outfield too. Then you have Taylor and Sari. So like probably only one of Beatty and Acuna with all that extra stuff going on. Well, I guess unless you start Brennan, you put Acuna on the bench. But still, like to me, like I mean Acuna could be like utility, and then like Beatty could start a second. I think that's possible. Obviously Sari, Winker, and Marte all have to make the team, and Nimmo. But then you have Soto, so that's the five outfielders right there in essence. So yeah, I mean, we'll see what they want to do. We'll definitely take a look at that, and I'm gonna get to those bullpen arms too. Like a lot of news on the roster today. A little more with the Mets and the Yankees actually. So that's definitely something. Yep, Beatty is drawing huge reviews. OPS is like a 1.123, batting 354, 3 homers, like close to 10 RBIs. Yeah. So let me see what else was put out there. I gotta check. I mean, I saw it before, but it's on my mind for a little bit because I'm not there today, but like kind of recapping what I saw out there. Danny Young is going to be on the roster, and AJ Minter might not be quite ready. That's the word on the street. So that's like kind of how that bullpen mix is looking right now. But Minter and Nunez like aren't far off. Like it's not going to be like you're waiting all year for them. Maybe they just get 10 days or 15 and then you see them. So that's something noteworthy, I would say. So that's like kind of like how they're starting to shape up a little bit. Then like other stuff's taking place too, obviously. And the great Jeff Passan was there. That was really cool. The stuff he did, like to get back that Jackie Robinson thing for like his service in the war, off the fields a bit, but absolutely incredible stuff. And Jeff is one of one. And I'm really fortunate I got to meet him twice. So I am extremely, extremely happy with that. I didn't get to talk to him this time. He was kind of busy, but yeah. So that's like what I would say there. And I'm going through it now. Today, a range of watching Pulse games. I call your last podcast, and your guest was intense. Speaking of William, he was extremely intense guest in my observation. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. I had Ray growing on, but it was great. I was reading a reply on my Twitter. Ray is great, people. I think it definitely came off a little rough and intense. I'm not going to lie. Like, I get it. But I think it was completely fine. I had fun with it. I spoke to Mendy. We got Luis Rivera, Carson Bench, Oswaldo Cabrera, a few others over the Yankees side too. Jack Curry, um, Josh Palacios. So there's a lot of stuff that took place, and then some prospects and um, a lot of cool things. So I'm really happy about it. Okay, so here we go. Jackson Reed, Swallow, like I said before, Jose Urena, Genesis Cabrera, Chris Stavinsky are not on the team. Reed Garrett is on the team. The Mets might add a few extra guys to Houston and make final decisions Wednesday. So like there is still that leniency of like possibly making an addition. So that's on the table, I would say. Um, and then doesn't so like they're not confirmed yet. Like Brady, Acuna, and Senga are not confirmed yet because like in case other stuff happens, I guess. Obviously, Torrens is going to start without Albie in there. Brett Beatty again. Like this guy was a highly touted prospect. I think people wrote him off too quickly. And to me, he's still a guy that has like that 25 to 30 home run pop, and it's effortless too when he gets it going. He was the Mets' first round pick in 2019. So he's 25 now. So people are kind of like, is it now or never with him? You know, he hasn't looked great in the majors so much. I get it. He's had a few good moments, 15 bombs, 55 RBIs, 602 at bats, and OPS 607. So not great, but again, it's always been in the pinch. Like it hasn't been fully consistent. So if this year if he gets that fully consistent run, maybe we finally figure out who he is. And to me, like I said in the previous shows and a few other things, like I always felt like the Mets should have done that with him. Like I know Vientos took over last year, he busted in the scene. I get it. He deserves every minute of third base time possible. Completely agree with that. But I don't think that means that Brett Beatty should be pushed aside because there was a time he was like really highly rated. Like I saw him playing summer, so he hit 2 home runs and like 2 at bats. I was like, okay, this guy's pretty good. We interviewed him, so that was also a thing as well. I want to see like how he was rated, like where he was like in certain years, because like I'm kind of interested to remember his timeline, like, exactly what his stature was. But like I know he was a top 100 prospect, 100%, like no questions asked. So this is stupid. This site doesn't want to load now, but I'll figure it out somehow. But anyway, so I'm gonna be checking some things too. I think the Mets and the Yankees camps are like you have like different energies around them. Though the Mets is kind of more optimistic, more positive, even though there's like a few injuries. Like Manaea is still gonna take some time. Montas is a while back, so like I think there's a lot of stuff to get to there, and how the Wi-Fi is being bad in here too on my phone. Great, but we'll just have to keep it rolling, and I'll turn it off. We'll see which one. Yeah. Well, okay, so he was called up in 22. At that point, he was highly touted, probably like in their top 3 or so. 21, he was probably on the list too. 2020 was a lost season, so maybe not. So I would say like 21, 22 was probably like where his peak prospect value was. And it definitely went down a little bit at certain points in time. Oh, now it wants to load. Cool. Let me see. Like, all right, here we go. Awesome. Finally. 2022, he was their second ranked prospect behind Francisco Alvarez. And those two have a strong bond that's gone back a while. He was ranked 27th in all baseball. Okay. I knew this guy's legit. Thank you. 27th in all baseball that year. Wow. In 2021, he was in the top 100 at 93rd, and he was the 5th Mets prospect. But regardless, so it's good to see this maybe coming together for him. I know spring training is something I don't normally overly look at, but this guy's hitting the ball authority. He's making plays at second base, third base. Like he's not even a second baseman. He looks good out there. Maybe lost a few. I mean, he's never big, but like I don't know because like second's a little different animal in third, but he's been fantastic. Like, and I'm really hoping this works out for them with him. I think he should be their starting second baseman again. I really do. And he was the guy that like I came away the most impressed with over my 3 days at Mets camp. The prospect fields were tough because like they didn't really score that much. I couldn't see guns, obviously. No one was, I mean, they were tracking speed in the dugout, I'm sure, but I couldn't see it. Luis Rivera was cool, very prospectus about like his 20 years with the Mets. He was a player. They hired him towards the end of his tenure, kind of as a player. And now he's been in the Brooklyn Cyclones. He's managed a little bit. He's coached a lot. He loves it, and he's happy for like the Latino players and everyone coming together. And it should be an exciting year. And then a player also messaged me about him for a story, so I do appreciate that. We are going to show some love to, Jose Furman we'll get to next too. Fermin, where is this message? This is Starlin Escalante. There we go. That's who sent it. So, he's a pitcher, right-hander. He's going to be playing with Port St. Lucie. Carson Benj, I think he might end up playing with Port St. Lucie for a little bit, and then he'll go right up to Brooklyn. So hopefully I can get him in Brooklyn when he gets up there. Kid's an elite hitter, and now since he got fully focused on it, he's like becoming even better. Pitching, he was pretty good at Oak State. I mean, he threw like 96, 97. It was like 44 Ks in 37 innings with a 3.16. So that's nothing to sneeze at. And Benj is like 6'2", I think like 190, 200. So he's got a little presence to him, which is good. And I think he's a guy that you can look to be on the Mets radar in like, I would say maybe next year, if not, definitely 27. I think next year, like, okay, let's play it out. So he kills it in Port St. Lucie. Let's say he gets called up to Brooklyn in like April. He goes to Brooklyn, he does well there. Let's say he gets called up to Double-A in like July or August. I think he probably finishes the year at Double-A. Then next year he becomes a realistic option. That's what I could see happening. Maybe get a 2-level promotion. Unless he really goes nuts and gets a 3-level promotion. I mean, he is 22, so I guess that's like semi-possible. And then Mark Vientos brought back home Alonso with a sac fly. So Mark was looking good too. My buddy interviewed Mark. Couldn't get him, unfortunately, but Mark's a cool dude, off the field. And I think he's another one that's poised for a big year. I know my guy, Brian Munguia, who you guys saw earlier in this podcast series, is very big on Vientos. And I also met the Mets other radio guy too. That's good friends with Brian, and we had some talks. So not Howie Rose, obviously. I did see him, but that's not like who I was talking about. I'll know the name as soon as it comes up. So who is it's not Gelbs, it's someone else, but Mets radio people. Yeah. So again, I think a lot of the stuff that you see in spring, you need to take with a grain of salt, but some of it is very legitimate and some of it is definitely important, I would say. So that's like how I view that, I would say. But like trying to observe the Mets is interesting. Like it is different in Yankees camp. Like just like it's a different vibe, it's different energy. Like both ballparks are nice. It's not about that. I mean, like I said, maybe because the Yankees were decimated by injuries, they had Soto last year was more exciting. Like Ricky Ricardo even said, like last year's field was different. This year's more business-like, he's saying. Mets, like, feels like they're loose. They're having fun and doing what they got to do. I mean, Yankees are too, don't get me wrong, but like, it feels like there's good energy with the Mets. I would definitely say that. So that's how I would run that. Damn, I thought I had him on IG. That sucks. But yeah, I think I know what to do here, but I'll figure it out. So anyway, more importantly, like the Mets pitching staff's in an interesting spot. Their lineup, I think, is pretty solid. So that's definitely good for them, I would say. I think they're still like that fringy second or third place team just because I'm still going to ride the Phils with that pitching for now until I have a reason not to. And I haven't been given a reason not to yet. But like Luzardo's a good counter for Soto, this and that. Yeah, that's what I would do there. Yeah. But again, like those backfields were interesting because they were playing the Nationals. And like their prospects normally go, but it was a split squad. So like how many of the guys were there? Like, I didn't see Seaver King or anyone like that. It's just like good competition to see it. Eli Serrano was another guy I saw. He was next to bench. I mean, it makes sense. They're both college kids, both drafted last year. Serrano, I thought was an interesting prospect with NC State, but he did not look good the other day, whatever that means, which I don't think it really means a lot. So um, that's what I would say with that. No, it's not Keith Rad. Definitely not him. Patrick McCarthy. There we go. That's my guy. So I met Patrick McCarthy. That was cool. And that was nice. We had some talks. I met a scout with the Tigers trying to find this kid from the DR that throws 100 for the Mets. He was one of the tipping to me. It's funny, but like, I did find a guy. He said it wasn't him. So it means I have some work to do. And that's definitely what I will do. And I'm running out of time a little bit now. We're down to like 10 minutes or so. So that's something that is definitely noteworthy, I would say. All right, I'm going through all of it now. We're going to find this kid together. So we're in the 18 area now. We're going to look for 18-year-old Dominican players here. Okay. I had one that was close, but no. Nicholas Serrano was not it. Got that confirmed. Let's see. I'm got to be getting close. Maybe he's 19. I bet that's what it is. It's probably freaking Jose Guerba, maybe. But I don't know. So, yeah, I think it's Jose Guerba. That's going to be my new one. So, let me see. Because, like, I thought it was interesting. Let me see his scouting report. I mean, he threw 44 innings with 52 Ks, but he's born in Venezuela, so it might not be him. Whatever. Too much time wasted on it. So eventually we'll figure that out. I'll let you guys know next episode. But now, like, I really can't. I can't do that. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. It's almost time. It's 5 days till opening day. So that's cool. Yeah, we're definitely trying to add a righty hitter for in the Yankees world. But like the Mets, Alonso at first will be solid. I talked about the top five before. Lindor, and then at the Entos, catching will be Torrance. Will probably hit like 9. I'm trying to construct the lineup a little bit. So let's say this is where things get interesting. Center field, we'll put Siri. We'll put Soto and right, obviously to left, whichever one. Then you have Nimmo is going to play, and then you have one more guy, Winker or Marte. So that's probably how I'm looking at it. So let's do a fake lineup here. We'll probably run it like Lindor, Soto, Alonso, Vientos. However you want to do that. That's your 4. Then Nimmo 5. 6, I guess I would do Marte if you're putting Nimmo 5. Or if not, then you can go Winker 2. Series definitely an 8 hitter or Taylor. In the 7 spot, I would put Beatty in the 7 if he ends up winning the job, or Acuna in the 9 if he gets it. And I guess Marte or Winker could go 6, sure. So that's how I would do it. So Senga, Peterson, Canning, Blackburn, McGill possibly is what you're looking at for the Mets 5. Yep, Senga, Peterson, Blackburn, McGill, Canning. Yeah, I think so. I think that's definitely on the table. I can't really see another way for him to do it right now, unless I'm not thinking of something, but I'll double check. Bullpen, apparently Edwin Diaz Velo was down. Like some mixed reviews on that, but it should be concerning or not. It's only 96 or 97 on some backfields. I didn't see it though. I think it was the same day I was out there too, but I didn't see it. Yeah, so like That's what I'm thinking. Although Brandon Sprout's definitely getting higher reviews. Brandon Sprout definitely getting higher reviews. So here's an opening day projection by the great Tacoma. Donovan Walton did not make it though. He did put Beatty a second. I like that. Obviously the Entos. Yep, the outfielders I said. Um, yep, I mentioned all of them, although it's 6, not 5. But I did get them all in there. Yep, the starting pitching looks. Oh, he's going to take McGill over Blackburn. Interesting. Oh, dog, Clay Holmes. Sorry, everyone. How could I forget Clay? He's the ace. But I saw him pitch yesterday. But Clay, like I said, 6 scoreless, 6 in the third, like 8 Ks. His sweeper was nasty. He was hitting like 96, 97. Clay Holmes was locked in. He threw like 88 pitches, which I was like, whoa. I did not expect to see him throw that many. But like I said, I got to tip my hat to the Mets. That looks like a great move right now, but we'll see how that holds up. Montas was still a terrible one, and I'll stand by that. I don't know what they were thinking, but maybe it won't matter. Manaya, I'm still think was a fine move. And once he gets back, he should be good to go. Like, I don't know if it's 2 months, I don't know if it's 3, maybe closer to June-ish, like early June. So I think that's what I would say there. So now let's go Yankees really quick. Yankees. So Cookie Carrasco officially makes the team. It's Warren, Carrasco, Stroman, Fried, Rodon. Clark Schmidt started in the IL, the worst kept secret. They were saying it for a week, like just put him on it, but whatever. Hopefully he's fine. Someone said like Abel 13 he could return. Like, okay, like sure, like I'll miss 2 or 3 turns through the rotation. That's not really not that bad. Just have to go full system, go from there, hopefully, because Carrasco in the 5 is definitely questionable, even though he's looked good this spring. Just because like he's 38 years old. I don't need to say much more. But right now it's good. So hopefully that holds up. My bench projection, since Dom Smith opted out, now Smith technically could return and go to AAA, but he's not making the MLB roster. I think Pablo Reyes is going to make it. And I have to say, I'm sorry if I misled people to say he was a switch hitter. He's a righty. Maybe I didn't know that, but I'm not sure if I slipped out on Chris's podcast last week or a few days back, but like I might have. So if I did, my bad. But I do think he's going to make the roster. And Oswald Peraza is only going to make it if like they don't add anyone else, because he's the last guy standing on that bubble in the infield. I think you figure Oswaldo starts at third, Ben Rice is going to be your DH, and that would put him right on the bubble process, be at backup second, third, short, which I think there's value in. But again, if you have Reyes, then you have 2 of those guys kind of. Although Reyes can also play a little outfield. He's hitting 297 this spring, 831 OPS, 1 bomb, 4 ribbies, 2 stolen bases, 37 at bats. So his momentum's growing, and he's on the list of short righties on that bench. Because as I said, Grisham will make it, but he's a lefty, obviously. JC Escarra, I'm still going to stand by the belief that he makes it. He's a lefty, obviously, and I don't want anyone to diminish what he's done, the work he's put in, or any of that. I think he's a viable, if not above viable option to be a backup catcher and play some other positions. I think it's ridiculous that he's had some slander thrown his name. Oh, he's 29, he's old. Like, you don't know what he's going to do. Like, he's never played in the majors before. And we've seen guys peak in their late 20s, early 30s. It's happened, especially at Yankee Stadium, a short porch. Like, it's very doable. He hits the ball hard, makes good swing decisions, doesn't K a ton. And like I've been saying, his defense. And he's, even though it's left, like, again, who gives a shit, for lack of a better term. But so that's what I'm thinking there. Giancarlo Stanton, nothing still cooking. I don't know if we're going to see him play baseball this year. And if they don't, that's going to be a problem, because they definitely need him for the late parts of the season at least. So obviously everyone will say October, that goes without saying. But if he doesn't play that much, then like I don't know how they're going to fill that in the whole year. Rice is looking good now, but is that going to last? I don't know. And then the other guy was Dom Smith. He's not here anymore, or with them anymore, probably. I think he's going to get a bench deal somewhere else. So now I'm going to go rapid fire. Let's see. Did someone ask me a question? I did throw out some info for a few. I don't know if I got any, though. Today a rain check. Oh, yeah, he was the one asking. Yeah. I don't know if I picked the best time. Whatever. So more importantly, like, the Yankees are in an interesting spot. Cashman spoke today. He said that LeMay was going to take a while. Honestly, who cares? Like, the guy's useless. He's probably going to get Ellsbury at this point. He's over the hill. He's 36. A bad contract. They tried to stretch it too far to lower the AAV, and he's got to go. That's it. Like, if he never plays another game, that's a win for both sides, honestly. And then Beater being out for a while isn't great. They did fully say they're going to switch him to the reliever. So I will end on this bullpen note here, most likely. He didn't say that Will Warren is in the opening day roster yet, but how could he not be? Like, they don't even have a fifth guy after that has like major league experience. I don't think. Like Winhouse, like no, he got option to AAA. So I expect Will to be in the rotation. And trying to see what else is going on here. If I missed anything, I don't think I did. Ian Hamilton going on the IL. Of course, he's not quite built up yet. So my bullpen, I was going through this with my buddy Andrew. So here's the bullpen, I think. Devin, obviously. Devin, Cruz, Weaver, that's 3. Tim Hill is 4. I'm going to put Hedrick in there as your second lefty, 5. Andres Gomez out of options, and he's been pitching great, and he needs to make the team, point blank, period. And I'm sick of all the overhyping that he's getting now after people have been sleeping on him for a while. He's always been good. Now it looks a little bit better, and he needs to be in this bullpen. That's 6. The strikeout stuff's looking great. You know what? Gomez deserves some love. I'm not going to rush Gomez. I mean, am I a little bit busy? Yes, but I'm going to give this kid his respect, and I always do. So 3. So here's what he's done this spring. A 0 ERA, 11 innings, and 9 strikeouts. I actually thought those numbers were higher. That's interesting. Did they not count yesterday? Because he did something yesterday, too. They might not have. So, anyway, I'll figure that out. But he's not on the prospect list anymore, I don't think. I will double check that, but I'm almost positive he's not. But he's my 6th guy. Then it gets really creative and interesting. Yerry De Los Santos is my 7th. And after that, it's really a journey to search. Like, you could make a case for so many different guys in that spot, but I don't know who exactly is going to get that. I really don't. So we'll find out soon, I guess. Yeah, is Gomez still eligible? No. Oh, he is. He's still the Yankees' 25th ranked prospect. Okay, cool. He might not be eligible for much longer if he ends up in the bullpen, which he should because he's out of options, obviously. But yeah, Gomez has got some good breaking stuff. His fastball still sitting around that 94 range, but I think it has a little more life to it. So yeah, I'm trying to look. See something else here that was like semi-important. I felt like, I think, the Gomez stuff. Okay, so the 8th guy, Yankees bullpen is so weird. It's Weaver, it's Weaver, Cruz, and Devin Williams and Tim Hill are like the only locks. After that, like, you're getting a while. Yeah. Cashman saying his quotes about like not heavy lifting going on in that area, like looking like, yeah, it means we're not doing anything for a while. Yeah, Stan months away. JD Martinez is not going to be a Yankee, I don't think, because like I think we want to give Rice a chance, and like if Stan's out for a long time, like the whole year, then maybe he becomes a Yankee, maybe, because they have reached out just to see interest, I think. So there's that, I would say, but I'm trying to check that situation going with Gomez because like I couldn't watch the game yesterday because I was driving, unfortunately. But today they had Goldschmidt leading off, which I don't think is the best idea even against lefties. Wells lead off righties, yeah, 100%. Hit 2 bombs last night. I don't even know what more to say about Austin as well. So things are going great with him. So now I'm going to check this bullpen situation I was looking at before and to see like how they could close this up. Okay. Oh, Mark Leiter Jr., there we go. So that's the guy. Gomez, okay, it is 11 and a third scoreless. So his stats are updated, but either way, he isn't giving up anything, which is great. So good for him. and he's probably going to make it. I think that's my thoughts right now. So I'm going to close down. I'm going to thank everyone, and we'll see everyone. I don't even know. Maybe like right before opening day or opening day for the middle Yankees mix mosh again. That sounds about right, I think. So let me see how that. All right, so I'm going to end this now. Everyone subscribes to Escarra. Check me out, Julian Gordy 1 on Twitter, Julian Gordy 11 on Instagram. Today is my semi-off day, but we got this done. Might have a story coming up from Mets camp too, so we'll see about that.